Hey guys, it's Mark Ling here, and in this video we're going to look at attention-grabbing headlines. This is the key to any form of online marketing. The reason it's the key is that if you can't grab people's attention, then you're not going to have enough people actually either A, reading your emails, B, reading your sales letters, or C, reading your ads themselves and or clicking through. It's super important. Some people bore themselves out of the market. What I mean by that is sometimes people have a really good product that they're either promoting as an affiliate, or that they are drop shipping, or that it's their own digital product, and yet and even the copy sometimes is not too bad, but if people don't read the copy because the headline doesn't draw them in, then you can be missing out on quite a lot. So this video, it's all about attention-grabbing headlines, the key to any form of online marketing. Now, the basics of getting in and writing a good headline are making sure that you've got a decent hook, a big promise, problems being solved, a mechanism, and knowing who the audience is. And now when I say all of these things, I don't mean that they all have to enter into the headline, but if you pre-plan these things and you know them about your offer, it means that you can generate a lot of different really good headline ideas. So an example of a hook is a curiosity or attention grabber that gets people to keep reading, but it gets the right people to keep reading. Okay, because I could have a hook or an attention grabber like, I don't know, I could say something newsworthy like first man on the moon in 51 years or something like that. I could, sure, and let's say it was true, get people through, and then if I'm trying to sell someone a vacuum cleaner, it's kind of pointless. But if I said something like lose weight while eating donuts, which was an example by a good friend of mine, Chris Haddad, by the way, for full credit. If it was lose weight while eating donuts, then I sold a weight loss product, then that kind of hook can get people through. Okay, so you've got to have something curious. I'll give you some examples in a moment, but a big promise, what's the number one thing that your product does? You've got to know what that is, and maybe even more problems being solved. Jot those down as well. Like if you've got a dog training product, then you might want to go, well, the big promise is that you're gonna solve dog obedience problems, and more specifically, digging, barking, chewing, aggression, bolting out the front door, pulling on the lead, separation anxiety, and so on and so forth. That you've got to list out those problems being solved. The mechanism, it might be, let's say it was dog training, it could be, say, I don't know, it could be the snap fingers method, or it could be the whistleblower method, or it could be the clicker method, or it could be the I don't know, the Pentagon method or something. It's just got to have some sort of name so it feels unique, like you're not just teaching generic stuff, it's you've put your own spin on it. And the audience, you want to know who it's for, like people age 45 plus who have a dog, who perhaps it's more likely that they'll have a bigger dog. It'll certainly be for smaller dog owners too, but bigger dogs have bigger problems. So you've got to be able to picture that in your head, who they are and who's most likely to buy. And then you go ahead and you write your headlines with that all in mind. So for example, let's say I had a product that was all about keto weight loss. Then I could go ahead and have a hook like lose weight without going hungry, or she lost 36 pounds while eating keto ice blocks, ? I think that would be a little bit better. Drop excess fat while eating brownies, ? And I would be having a keto recipe that was related to say the brownies or something like that, that could go into a little quick story at the top, and then they would get that recipe plus more with my keto weight loss product. Okay, so a big promise obviously is weight loss in that particular niche. Problems being solved, weight loss, perhaps hormone imbalance, maybe acne, disease prevention, maybe your product, if it's keto, generally people get more balanced blood sugar, balanced insulin levels, and so forth. But keto's quite well known. I wouldn't call that a mechanism. A mechanism is like your magic bullet. It's your, did I even have that on the previous page? Yes, I did. It's your mechanism. It's your magic potion, your thing that's unique. So maybe you might call it HP keto if you're going to go down the keto route at all. And so it's high protein. It's a high protein version of the keto diet. Now, most keto is reasonably high in protein naturally because it's low in carbs, but not all keto is high protein, and even the source of protein can be different wildly depending on the type of keto. Some people eat a lot of meat with keto. Some people have a lot of avocados and other forms of other ways of getting the good fats in. And you could always criticize the other types of keto that are different to your types within the copy itself, but you want to make sure that you're aligning yourself in a way that's unique so people don't think, great, I need to do keto. Now I'm going to have a go and compare all the best keto courses. You want them to think, great, I want to do high protein keto. They do a Google, oh, this is the only one out there. That's kind of what you want. Audience, who's it for? Generally people age 40 plus that are unhappy with their weight. Sometimes they're got other health issues and so forth, and that's the kind of person most likely to buy. Maybe you might even be thinking it's mostly women, so you might picture that in your head as you're writing your copy, even if it's for gender neutral. Okay, so that's just the planning phase. That's not the headline. That's just getting yourself ready to write headlines. Now, I've got 17 main types of headlines right here that we're going to go through, and you can screenshot this, write this down, but these are all the different types of headlines that we're going to go through. Okay, so I'm just going to get started with highlight the offer. So I'll give you an example of an info product example, and then I'll give you an e-commerce type product example, because this works for physical products too. We're not just talking digital information products. Headlines are important everywhere. Here we go. Introducing HP Keto. Lose weight by getting your body to naturally burn fat instead of carbs. Brackets, new form of keto. So I'm just highlighting the offer. It's a basic type of headline. It's not necessarily one of my favorite types, but sometimes it outperforms all the other types depending on how much your market already wants that offer. So another example in terms of, say, e-commerce would be this one here, organic coconut oil, cold pressed and unrefined. People are already wanting coconut oil. It's a fine headline in that particular instance when, let's say, you've already got a list, a mailing list, for instance, and you mailed them to an article already about coconut oil that promotes, say, this product. Then you could be retargeting people directly with ads like this here, where you don't really have to put lots of promises and so forth in there because people may already know the benefits of coconut oil by that point. So you might need to also go under the radar as far as the ads are concerned, not over-promising so that more ad networks will accept your copy. So highlighting the offer like that can sometimes prove to be really effective. Problem solution. This quite often ends up being a winning way of doing headlines. For instance, dog training. Who else wants to stop their dog's annoying behavioral problems such as digging, barking, chewing, and more, without ever needing to punish your dog? Introducing the Clapper communication method. Okay, that's just one example. Or what about e-commerce? Don't know which water filter fits your fridge? ... We can help. Or question mark, we can help. And then you might have 5 different water filters for sale right there. What would Dad like for Father's Day? Here are 23 hot suggestions. Again, you have a whole lot of e-commerce products on that page, all available for sale. Problem solution. The problem is, don't know what to get Dad for Father's Day. Great, there's a whole lot of solutions that I can get delivered to my doorstep. I just saw an ad online recently, 13 stubborn stains and how to remove them, and it was promoting this Dawn Platinum cleaner stain remover, but what it had 13 different types of stains were listed in this article. They showed how to remove them and then obviously how to use this particular stain remover, and that's what's recommended. Again, another good way of doing it for e-commerce. But what about for an info product? Let's say it was a weight loss product. Is a bloated belly bothering you. This celery juice discovery may be the answer. Again, another good type of problem solution headline. Use numbers and stats. Do you think you could lose more weight if you were less hungry? ? Researchers discover that HPK leads to 40% less hunger and higher weight loss than regular fat reduction diets. Okay? And that could be HPK, high protein keto. People would have to read more to find out what HPK is, so I'm being a bit mysterious there. That is actually a true stat that I dug up in order to write this headline, by the way. I had to fish through just a few stats and studies and managed to find that one. And again, using numbers and stats can sometimes work really, really well. You have to test your headlines to see what works. Sometimes you'll need multiple headlines because you want to have more than one entry into your product, and you want to, say, promote a different sales page for each email that you're mailing to it with. So it can be quite handy. All right, another type of headline. Tell the reader to do something, like try this delicious brownie recipe, and then perhaps you'll give them the recipe, or you'll be selling that recipe plus a whole lot more for a special price, like $9.95. So it's just a straight out tell the reader to do something. It's another type of headline. Create a new mechanism or term. Make him desire you more. It's supposed to be you more, not your more. Make him desire you more with this 5-step emotional trigger sequence. That's another example of a headline that could work because you've invented a term, emotional trigger sequence. I know one of my good friends, Chris Haddad, he had a sales copy that was had something like, win your ex back by sending these tiny little text messages. And the tiny little text messages was the mechanism, and it was called text your ex back. So that separated him from all the other win your ex back type programs. A lot of the time when it comes to physical products like vacuum cleaners, they've got some sort of mechanism or something that's that they have trademarked or patented that may well be worth mentioning, like a vacuum cleaner that has wind tunnel technology. I think Hoover, they're the ones that have wind tunnel technology. You may wish to try using that in your ad, because then it becomes unique, because people can't find other brands that have that exact type of technology. Okay, so the next type of headline is reasons why. 7 reasons why clapper training is the most effective method for stopping dog behavioral problems. Another one, 5 reasons why patients are dreading knee surgery this year. Another one, 9 benefits of heads-up displays for cars. So you give all the benefits and you promote a heads-up display. Either you could be drop shipping your own, or I know that there's an affiliate program that I'm about to start promoting where they pay something like $35 cost per acquisition for anyone that buys one of these heads-up displays for their car. So, you just give all the different benefits and you link off from within that type of copy to the e-commerce product. So reasons why. So it's not just a headline. It obviously gives you a bit of an idea about what kind of copy you're going to have. And it can work quite well for email subject lines as well, if you can keep it short, like 9 benefits of heads-up displays for cars. You want it to be even a word or two shorter if you can, depending on what it is that you're doing. All right, so we're getting our way through there. Now we'll get on to asking a question. Who else wants to ... And then you could add even if ... Who else wants to stop their dog's obedience problems for good, even if you have an older dog who has been unresponsive to regular training methods, say. Do you still waste time doing blank? Would you like to blank without blank? Or are you blank due to blank? So examples of those. Who else wants to write an awe-inspiring father of the bride wedding speech that makes your daughter proud, even if you've never spoken in public before? Do you still waste time meeting and dating the wrong men? Question mark. So that's asking a question that can work well for the women's dating and relationships niche. Would you like to have a firm, tight butt without missing out on your favorite foods? Question mark. So that's the would you like to without ... You know, again, that would be in the women's, I would call that the weight loss / fitness niche for women. Are you stressed out by your financial future, due to only having one source of income? Okay, are you something due to something? So that could potentially promote a product that shows you how to build up a passive side income from affiliate marketing or from selling, or from the stock market, or from Forex, or from drop shipping physical products or something like that, or selling on Amazon. All right, so the next one is promising information that's useful. Just trying to find a place I can put my face there. I'll just move it up to there for now. How to have a blissful night's sleep by listening to this carefully crafted 20-minute meditation track. So I'm promising a blissful night's sleep and by listening to this track. Listen to this 20-minute meditation track every night that you want to have a blissful, uninterrupted sleep. It's just another way of wording the same thing. How to lose 17 pounds in 30 days by following 4 simple body movements. Okay, so you've got a promise of information that's going to be useful and kind of like roughly what it's about, so people get curious and want to keep reading on. Okay, testimonials or a story of someone who succeeded can also work really, really well. Like, she makes $100,000 per month by selling unicorn slippers. Here's how. Or, he just ran a 20k marathon at the age of 90. Here's Charles's top 5 longevity secrets. Doctors told her she'd need to have her thyroid removed. Now it is fully recovered, and here's her secret. That could be promoting a thyroid supplement, for instance, or a how-to product about women's thyroid, and things like that. It could be his wife would have blown up if she saw the stain he made. But he removed it before she got home. Here's how. Just thinking out loud about a stain remover product, for instance. Either way, it's a story about someone who succeeded can work really, really well. All right, so the next one is a big promise. Just focusing on that, like lose 36 pounds in 30 days, introducing the Pentagon Protocol. Note, you'll never go hungry without this method. Or write a children's book in as little as 7 days following the unique volcano riding approach. Again, both those times I added a mechanism with the big promise, but again, its main thing is that you're just thinking about what is that number one thing you're going to promise to people. Those are info product examples. What if it was you're selling, I don't know, let's say you're selling a phone camera, say a phone that's got a good camera, then you might say, take 20 megapixel photos without a professional camera. Brackets. Such and such phone, introducing the such and such, whatever, Samsung 3X or whatever it's going to be. I'm just making something up there. But again, as long as you can make a big promise about what your product does, then that can work quite well. Show your support for veganism with this unique vegan necklace, say. So then you have a vegan necklace. Okay, so Curiosity driven. Lose stubborn belly fat while eating brownies. Hint, it's not what you think. 5 ways to stop dogs from digging up your lawn or garden, brackets, without any form of punishment. So you're giving them some sort of thing that's going to make them curious, and then you're kind of hinting at either using a hint or saying without the thing that they might expect that it's going to be. So, for instance, could be how to write a best-selling novel. No, that's not really curiosity. That's kind of straightforward. I'll just pause for a second. Okay, and here's my idea. How to write and publish a book in less than 30 days. How to write and publish your first book in less than 30 days. Brackets, without needing to approach a publishing house, brackets. Because you could be teaching them how to self-publish through Amazon CreateSpace or something like that. You could be selling something like this. Let's say I was selling a microphone. I could say this tiny microphone produces pro quality sound, brackets, and it's not ridiculously expensive, brackets, because they'll probably expect if it's a tiny microphone and it's pro level sound, it's going to be hundreds of dollars. Or you could say, and it's under $100, and it's less than the price of dinner for 2 or a night out. Even without the without, just I think that gets people curious though, as it is just something that's curious about the item that you're selling. Again, another good form of headlines. All right, so secret revealed. How to meditate like a Buddhist monk. Secret hypnotic breathing approach revealed. So I've got a secret revealed and curiosity in the same headline. The number one secret to make him want to do nice things for you. Hint, you don't even have to touch him. So that would be for women looking for men, or women who already have a man but they want him to do more nice things for her. And yet they don't want to achieve that through having to have more sex with him. So that's putting that hint in there makes them think, oh, it's something else. And then they keep reading about what that number one secret actually is. And it could be, like I say, it could be a physical product as well. Like the number one secret to getting, to help your child, how do I say it? The number one secret to help your child gain motor skills. Brackets. I don't even have to have a hint or anything. I could say ... check out this interesting wooden toy. And then you'd have this wooden toy that you've got for sale, say. And a number one secret that goes with it as to why wooden toys like this are so good for children. Testimonial driven. It's similar to story driven from earlier, where we talked about actual a story of someone who succeeded. It's kind of similar, but it's more in the form of actual just straight out testimonials. Like it's less third person, you're telling a story, and more it's just straight out quote from what they said. Like here's a ad that's doing well on Facebook at the moment, where you've got someone just telling their story right there. Here for Intercom, they're using different people's success stories right at the top of their sales page. So again, and that's their headline: just accelerate revenue growth through chat. How Unity's inside sales team drove 80% of its revenue through live chat with Intercom. Or an example here that I just made up. After 6 days following the Clapper method, my dog no longer barks at night and always comes to me on command, ... So theoretically, if your Clapper method dog training program had received a testimonial like that, that could also be another way to create the headline. An alternative to something else is another type of headline. Finally, a weight loss method that allows you to still have a healthy amount of carbs. This works better than keto. So you're comparing your weight loss method to keto. in this particular case. Or forget SEO, forget Facebook, introducing the Snapchat media buying approach. Okay, so you're comparing, say, buying traffic from Snapchat to SEO and Facebook. So that's another type. What if it's physical product? What if you were selling, say, I don't know, hand dryers, like it's a type of hand dryer, electronic hand dryer that you're that perhaps gets shipped out in the mail, dropship, or through Amazon. You're selling some type of hand dryers. So you could be doing hand dryers versus paper towels, and you give the pros and cons of each while promoting. Perhaps you might even sell paper towels too and be promoting both on the same page. Again, you're comparing alternatives. It is a type of headline. Another type of headline is issuing a challenge. Will you drop a dress size before February? Or 60-day challenge, lose 2 clothing sizes with this unique method. Are you in? Or are you ready for the affiliate website building challenge? Build your first authority site. Join us to build your first authority site within 7 days. Or we challenge you to we challenge you to join us and build an affiliate site in as little as 7 days, or in just 7 days. So you issue a challenge. People often love challenges, and they get really in on it, especially because it gives them a focus of time in which to achieve it. Another type of headline is the special or discount, like exclusive special, 50% off all our bathroom towels, ends Sunday. Or exclusive special, Jamarama, learn guitar program, 50% off till midnight Sunday, don't miss this. Those kind of headlines work really well. They work really well around holidays, especially, but they also work quite well if your list has not had any form of a special mailed to it, for instance, for, let's say, 30 days, then sending a special often produces a big spike in sales. It's a good idea, and it should be part of the rhythm of any business. And obviously on the headline of the page you're sending to, you would use something like that. Here, this is the last of these headline examples, is exclusive. Exclusive, the doors are only open for 5 days. Introducing our private VIP club. So you're basically selling something that is more exclusive, that like they can't find it elsewhere, and you're focusing in on its exclusivity in your promotion. Exclusive, this book is not available on Amazon. Introducing the one-page profitable website plan. Exclusive, this children's toy is not available on Amazon. Introducing the incredible space truck. I just made something up there, but again, they're an exclusive. So let's go back. I won't go back and read them all out because you can always rewind, fast forward, and whatever, but I'll just go back and just put on screen all the types of headlines that we've covered here. Highlight the offer, a big promise, problem solution, curiosity driven, use numbers and stats, secret revealed, tell the reader to do something, testimonial driven, creating a new mechanism or term, an alternative to something else, reasons why, issue a challenge, asking a question, special discount, promising information that's useful, a story of someone who succeeded, or an exclusive that they can't get elsewhere. And there are other types of headlines, but those are the main 17 types of headlines, and it's all based upon making sure that you know what your hook, your big promises, the problems your product solves, the mechanism that makes it unique, and the audience knowing who it's for. Okay, so anyway, just before I go, I just want to mention to you that I've got a product that I'll give you a link to below this video, that is all about copywriting and conversions. It's called the Copy Assistant, and there are a lot, and I mean hundreds of templates for headlines, money back guarantees, your story section of your sales copy, if it's a sales copy, you name it. There's email templates, templates for sending customer follow-up emails. There's all sorts of stuff, and there's a lot of step-by-step training, and there's the full recordings of a 3-day event that I ran with 12 of the world's top copywriters all in one place in Vancouver, Canada, over 3 days, and we sold access to that at that time for $1,500, and you're able to get access to all of this and more for a fraction of that particular price. So if you are interested in joining the Copy Assistant, then I highly recommend that you check out the link. I'll make sure that I put this link below the video. And I highly recommend that you get in there on that. But anyway, I hope that you found this training to be really helpful. Let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye for now, everyone.